Big question these days, should a Christian do yoga? It depends on what your definition of yoga is. So let us see what yoga is in its purest form according to a yoga practitioner. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar said, yoga is not just an exercise and asanas. It is the emotional integration and spiritual elevation with a touch of mystic element which gives you a glimpse of something beyond all imagination. So what is pure yoga? It is the salvific practice of the Hindu religion. It is the way for the adherent to empty one's brain through breathing, meditation, chanting a phrase or a single word in order to connect oneself to the divine, whatever they think it is that happens to be divine. In other words, yoga is the way for the Hindu, to use Christian terminology, to be saved. So ask yourself the question, what business does a saved Christian have doing the saving practice of Hinduism? We don't. That is why Cyprian said, it is easy enough to be on one's guard when the danger is obvious. One can stir up one's courage for the fight when the enemy shows himself in his true colors. But there is more need to fear and beware of the enemy when he creeps up secretly. Those whom he has failed to keep in the blindness of their old pagan ways, he beguiles and leads them up a new road of illusion. Now here is where it can get a little bit tricky. There are some facilities that don't incorporate these religious aspects. It's basically stretching. So if you want to do certain things that stretch to help your lower back, go ahead and do that. But as soon as breathing, meditative practices become involved, then you are veering into the realm of a salvific practice of a pagan religion. Furthermore, if you're going into a studio that claims to be a yoga studio, even if they're not, let's say, doing it in its purest form, what would others think when they see the Christian who's been saved by Jesus come out of the facility that has a salvific practice that comes from Hinduism? Some big implications. Number one, God has always called for his people to be separate from the world and trends. Number two, God has decided how he wants to be worshiped and would not accept strange fire. Would he accept worship through a pagan practice some people call Christian yoga? And finally, any salvific practice besides Jesus should be shunned and not mildly. A big question, should a Christian practice yoga? Short answer, yoga is the salvific practice from a pagan religion. A Christian should abstain from this practice for a myriad of reasons. Oh, I am so surprised that you are still here. Apparently you've got a lot of free time. If you would like to get more Wretched, and who wouldn't, simply like this video, subscribe to this channel, and we will give you Wretched till it's coming out of your nose.